Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening to our students who are being honored, and good evening to all of your family members and friends who are joining in this celebration to celebrate your accomplishments. I'm Eric Witherspoon, I'm your superintendent, and this is such a great opportunity to give a big shout out to our Asian and Middle Eastern students here at ETHS. You know, earning the honor roll at ETHS, it really is a big deal. To my knowledge, all high schools have an honor roll, but not all high schools have the same kind of high expectations that we have here at ETHS. Not all high schools have all the same level of competition that we have here at ETHS. And not all high schools have the same kind of demanding and advanced courses that our students take here at ETHS. But all of you being honored this evening represent what the best of the best can accomplish when you apply yourselves to the education at this wonderful school. I want to get a special notice that to all of the seniors who are being recognized in this honor roll celebration, congratulations. You have had quite a journey at this high school, starting with the end of your junior year and throughout this senior year so far. But you have stuck with it, you've applied yourselves, and here you are, still making the honor roll. And I also want to give a shout out, not just to everybody, which you all deserve, but to our freshmen. You have started high school in a very strange way. We all know that this pandemic is something nobody could have imagined. And who could have imagined that here we would be so far into your first year of high school, and you've never been able to come into the school to have classes. And yet you have applied yourselves. You've been trying to get the very best you can get out of this education, and you made the honor roll too. But don't worry, sophomores and juniors, I know what a stretch it's been for you too. So I just want to say to all of you, a huge congratulations. I am so proud of our Asian and Middle Eastern students here at ETHS. I'm so proud of everything you contribute. You contribute not only academically in your classrooms, but you contribute to the leadership and the culture of this school. And you are making an impact on Evanston Township High School. Parents, grandparents, and friends, you should be very proud of your honoree. It's a great day to be a Wild Kid.
Hi, good people. I am so excited to be here to celebrate you all. To honor our stories and introduce myself today, I want to share a little bit about who I am, and in particular, I'm going to be focusing on my name. So in Pakistani culture, many families give their children a name that has a specific meaning behind it in the promise that that child is going to grow up to harness those attributes or live up to it. We have a ton of folks who are named after things like blessings and bravery and beauty, and those are just some common Pakistani names. And while I've worked pretty hard to build my own name and, be my own self, I gotta give it up to my parents because they did not have to go so hard in naming me. My name is Ilma Lodi. The name Ilma is rooted in an Arabic word, and that initially translates to a woman who gravitates towards knowledge. However, in some dialects, you can spice it up, and then that translation ends up being a woman who delivers knowledge. And it was only recently that I came full circle into being what my name suggests, because I'm really out here delivering knowledge from Monday through Friday in my classrooms in my math class. But it started from a young age and really into my college career as well, that I just enjoyed most of what school offered and was eager to learn a lot of different things. It's how I ended up being a biomedical engineer before I became a teacher. I just couldn't pick what I loved, and I wanted to learn it all, and biomedical engineering was basically like tossing all the maths and sciences and anatomy and technology together, and I was like, let me just take that, I'll just take it all. But when I found my passion for teaching, it made sense why I'm named Ilma, because I am learning every moment that I am a teacher, and now I can give that learning that I have back even better than before. And while my first name has a really lovely full circle story to it, and I really enjoy sharing it, I definitely spend more hours of my day in my last name than in my first. From Miss Lodi in the hallway to the hundreds of emails I get from Miss Lodi, and even to our missed hallways when somebody would just be shouting it out, that's who I am. But the gimmick is that's not even my last name. My family doesn't know our real last name, and that story is years ago when my grandfather was a kid. He didn't have access to things like education and schooling, and so he never actually ended up learning how to read or write. But a part of him understood that it's important to know how to write your name for signing documents, like in the future if he wants to start a business or if he's ever going to sign a marriage certificate. And so his way around that was he spent some time with his neighbor's kid who did go to school and learned how to read and write the neighbor's last name. And that name was Lodi. My grandfather has used that name for all of his documentation, so when my dad's birth certificate came around, that's a Lodi. When I came around, I'm a Lodi. And that's how our last name came to be. Our real last name is kind of lost throughout history. We never got access to it, and I have no idea what it actually is. So while I have no idea what my last name is, I still know exactly who I am through my years of learning and growing. And as we read your names today and have them printed in certificates and plaques, your name has a story too. And this story might have some difficulties you faced along the way, the triumphs that you've made, and it's a story that nobody can take from you. Your name and your story doesn't stop here in this one moment of honoring you. It's going to be spoken in rooms you haven't set foot in. It's going to be read and said by people you haven't met yet, and it might just take you on a journey that's unexpected in the best way possible. I'm manifesting that for us. So the idea here is you can't let nobody mess with your name and story. Your name is power, and your power. And your story is revolutionary because why not? Y'all are the revolution. I hope you carry your name and your story with as much prestige as we are celebrating you with today.
Amne Abd al-Karim. Declan Ahern. Ilsa Ahmed. Mahin Ahmed. Sabrina Ahmed. Mohammed Al-Nuri. Karim Al-Hamwi. Adil Alibai. Asad Alibai. Ella Altay. Tristan Anderson. Salhal Ansari. Yusra Ansari. Samantha Asaro. Zachary Asaro. Ali Erin Atak. Ruby Bear. Gabriella Bachwal. Tejas Bachwal. Oscar Baliga. Sean Balijinyam. Adela Bautista. Tyler Bear. Malak Benchik. Dylan Berkowitz. Ella Berkowitz. Amaya Bone. Rohil Bose. Emmy Brady. Morgan Brown. Quinton Brown. Sophie Brown. Abigail Buell. Evan Burns. Johan Cabrera. Joan Kamaya. Olivia Katayong. Raj Chaudhary. Jonah Chen. Sydney Chow. Maya Chung. Riley Clark. Sachin Clark. Sahara Clark. Grace Conant. Avery Cummins. Ethan Cummins, Alice Cutter, Adrian Cyrus, Kayumi Daniel, Gavin Daniels, Ramina Doid, Samuel Durer, Molly Davis, Isabella De La Reyes, Kieran Dubai, Roel Nicholas Duco, Aaron Elliott, Nina Ferrer, Jaya Field, Marid Finneran, Jay Fisher, Kyle Flores, Ella Friedman, Nicholas Gatt, Ashvin Gill, Henry Golden, Andriad Gopez, Angela Gopez, Matthew Georges, Elise Golden, Rhea Golden, Ella Greenberg, Nina Gruel, Sagnik Guhare, Safa Hadavi, Sarek Haymond, Mary Hannah, Josie Hansen, Mads Hansen, Nikhil Harders, Atman Hariri, Deacons Sophia Hazmik, Francis Held, Peter Helt, Peyton Hinterhauser, Emily Ho, Oliver Holmes, Stella Holstein, Junseo Hong, Marguerite Hong, Hannah Hopa, Grace Wang, Emily Hunt, Labe Idris, Aman Iftikhar, Sakshan Jairath, Ayana Jehan, Gloria Jen, Malini Javeri, Zachary Johns, Samuel Johnson, Sungmin Jung, Jonathan Kaplan, Mira Kaplan, Hanif Khan, Khatija Kubra, Kiran Kutan, Rohan Kutan, Audrey Kwok, Ethan Kai, Hannah Lee, Nina Lemons, Kai Lee Cadwell, Edlin Liang, Sophia Lindsay, Zora Lingyo, Jiachen Lui, Yishen Lui, Jiu Lui, Derek Lanes, Jared Lorty, Marcus Lorty, Kaylee Luna, Jack Lundgren, Natalie Lundgren, Jade Lusavakan, Kea Magno, Catalin Maji, Ihan Malik, Maya Marling, Sean Matthews, Zachary Matthews, Siddhartha Mehrotra, Manif Mafat, Rahim Mohammed, Rahman Mohammed, Theo Molina Wong, Samuel Molitor, Ava Mosley, Roshan Mueller, Mitchell Nakamoto, Christopher Nakani, Mallory Nash, Julia Newbold, Catherine Newbold, Ella Ing, Luke Ing, Christina Nguyen, Mimi Nguyen, Quentin Nguyen, Richmond Nguyen, Ryan Nguyen, Toan Nguyen, Isu O'Brien, Aki Akada, Yohi Akada, Alyssa Ong, Patrick Osilaja, Mark Parmer, Nalini Patel, Sachin Patel, Moksha Padil, Simon Perez, Vincent Perez, Kate Perloff, Laura Peterson, Emma Philibert, Lila Portis, Sean Padajinda, Leah Potter, Samhita Prabhu, Mary Preza, Annika Radhakrishnan, Akash Rafe, Temontre Ratanawit, Torin Ravi, Orla Reardon, Jaden Richardson, Tyler Richardson, Gabriella Riddings, Lily Roback, Sydney Ross, Zachary Rubinek, Amabel Sebastian, Nicholas Salvaggio, Tyrell Sevilla, Wufa Shah, Nisa Shadafuri, Evan Shaman, Akash Sharma, Meena Sharma, Jeremy Sherpa, Lily Shur, Anna Siddiqui, Sanjeev Singh, Emmett Smith. Willow So. Charlene Solis. Mateo Solis. Ahania Soni. Logan Spies. Maximilian Spies. Lucille Star Escobar. Gupanoli Sumi. Royan Suarathanbus. April Suanrathanbus. Ian Swanson. Tyler Tang. Lainey Taylor. Sabin Taylor. Mavel Teodora. Rekha Thandani. Bimal Thanat. Viraj Thanat. Justin Tharayil. Barbara Tomaradzi. Andrew Thien Tran. Kira Tu. Sayeda Usma. Joshua Van Overmeren. Luke Van Overmeren. Andrew Vanasco. Sophie Vanderwalker. Kevin Venturina. Vasant Visvasaran. Evan Wagner. Sophia Wagner. Sarika Wakar. Alan Wang. Jet Watson. Maximilian Weber. Colin Wayaneth. Iman Williams. Alyssa Wolf. Lauren Wright. Brandon Ryu. Sajida Yagub. Sophia Yang. Nicole Yao. Jasmine Yassin. Leaf Yi. Ava Yelton. Bryant Yorong. Olivia Zindani.
I'm Joey and I'm a Filipino American at ETHS. When I first came into ETHS as a freshman, I thought that I was going to be the only Asian person or the only Filipino in my class. And although part of that is true, like I am probably the one of the only Asian people in my class or Filipino person in my class, I was still able to find a sense of belonging in clubs such as AHA, where I was able to connect with other kids that share the same identity as me, which really gave me a sense of belonging and community that I never had before. Because growing up, I wasn't really surrounded by a bunch of kids that shared the same identity as me or were also Filipino or shared the same culture as me. So when I first entered ETHS, I wasn't expecting much. But the more I went into it and the more I grew more comfortable with expressing myself in clubs, I was able to find a sense of belonging and also a way to really embrace my identity as a Filipino American, which is something I've never done before or really embraced before. So it was really nice to have that experience and also to have that sense of community that I never really had before. It was really hard for me growing up to really find myself and to also not suppress myself or suppress my culture because I want to fit in with other kids. But being in AHA and being able to connect with other kids, I was also able to realize that I'm not the only one that struggles with some of these issues, and I'm also not the only one that shares the same culture as this, because I am just like any other kid who's also Asian, and it made me feel like I finally belonged in a community, which was something that I've never felt before. And when I first realized it, it was an amazing feeling to really feel like I'm finally embracing myself as a Filipino American.
Hi, my name is Sophie Yang, and this year I am a junior. To me, being an Asian identifying student at ETHS means speaking out for my identity, standing up for other communities, and uplifting the voices and joy within my own community. Finding my voice, place, and identity has certainly not been easy, and I can say that I'm still working on it now. But I do know that within this part of the ETHS community, there's a lot of guidance, support, and love that can be found. In my experience, a lot of people will try to define your identity for you, which can be especially confusing when you're still trying to figure it out for yourself. But finding your identity is super important. Whether it be through having conversations, celebrating your culture, or representing your family history, as long as your identity is true to yourself and you're comfortable and confident in it, that's all that matters. I have met some amazing staff and students at ETHS who have uplifted and celebrated my identity, and I'm so grateful to them. And on that note, I will say that I am super proud to be an Asian identifying student, and that it is a joy to be part of this community at ETHS.
Hello, I'm Marcus Campbell. I have the pleasure and the privilege of serving as Assistant Superintendent and Principal here at Evanston Township High School. And I'd just like to offer my congratulations to all of you who've made the honor roll. Job well done. I know that you are happy, your family is happy, and all of the extended relatives and friends are all happy as well. It's been a very difficult year. It's been a difficult year with the pandemic. It's been a difficult year not being in school, but you've made the honor roll, and you've made the honor roll at ETHS, which is no small feat, and you've made the honor roll at ETHS during a pandemic, and so that is no small matter. It is not lost on me. It's not lost on any of your teachers, and so I just wanted to lift that up for all of you and the family members who may be watching this video. So congratulations to you. I am so happy and so proud that of all of your hard work that you have put in throughout the school year. And before I close, I'd just like to acknowledge that I know this has been a difficult year racially. There's been a racial reckoning in this country with the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. But the pandemic has also brought forth a lot of anti-Asian sentiment. And I'd just like to lift that up and acknowledge that it's been difficult racially in this country for many groups, for those who have Asian identifying identities and those who have other identifying identities. But what we will do today and what we will continue to do is to stand in solidarity to support one another as we go through and manage and make an attempt to really gain strength and resilience during this difficult time. So once again, congratulations on making the honor roll, and have a great day. Go Kids!